Hey there, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to take you through and show you step by step how to build out a complete automation which will generate popular topic ideas for YouTube, and then it will create a script using ChatGPT and create the content with JSON to video and automatically upload it to YouTube as a YouTube short in this particular case. So hopefully you're excited to learn how to build this out. It's quite a long one. There's over 12 different modules in this automation. So if you'd rather not do it yourself and just get the complete template, it's available, link in the description below on my Gumroad page. And you're also more than welcome to check out my free school community. At the time of recording, we've got almost 500 members in there. It's growing fast. And I provide a lot of value showing tutorials, courses, templates, all of that stuff inside this community. So by all means, go ahead, check that out. And with that being said, please subscribe to the channel and let's start the tutorial. So in order to get started, you will need to create your free account on make.com. Link in the description below to sign up for free. And then you're going to come over to scenarios, create a new scenario, and start building out the automation. So to start, we're going to add a module. And the goal of this is to set different variables. So in this case, I'm setting Nick Saryav. I want to pass in his YouTube channel because he is one of the leading experts in the AI automation space. He also has the highest earning community on school as well. So I would like to find topic ideas that are performing well for him, as well as Liam Otley and Jonah Catliff. So Jonah also has a very large YouTube channel with 83,000 subscribers at the time of recording. And he just talks about building out AI automations using Make and N8N as well. So I'd like to find some popular topics from his channel. So we're just going to pass in all three of these channels and set the variables. Now, the next step is we're going to run Apify. Apify, if you don't know already, is basically a web scraping tool. It can scrape all sorts of different platforms, including YouTube, Apollo, you name it. There's a lot of different things you can do with Apify. So I'm just simply going to click on Run an Actor right here. So I'm going to drop in that module as I've already done. And here is where we're going to set up our actor. So the actor, in this case, I'm using the Fast YouTube Channel Scraper. I will caution you a little bit from using scraping tools on YouTube because sometimes it goes against their terms of service and you will need to be a little bit careful. But overall, Apify is one of the best scraping tools out there. So I'll show you what that looks like. Over here, this is Apify. And you can see here I've already got the Fast YouTube Channel Scraper in the actors list. So here it is, and you can also see the pricing at the top as well. It's about $1.30 per 1,000 videos, which is very cheap. And also inside Apify, they give you $5 worth of credits for free every month. So you're paying nothing. It's completely free unless you're scraping more than 1,000 videos, which in most cases isn't really going to be an issue, right? We don't need to scrape that many. And if I want to test this, I can just click on Start up here, and it will start running the actor and scraping a particular YouTube channel. So in this case, I'm going to scrape Apify. They have a YouTube channel as well. So we're just going to run that. And as you can see, it's gotten all of the latest videos with the URL, channel URL, number of views as well, which is going to be important for checking to see which videos are the most popular, and then we can sort from those. So this is how it looks when you run it in Apify. And if you want to connect it up in make.com, you'll need to make sure to come down here and then just save this actor. So click on Save. And once you do that, it should show up over here in the list of actors. So you're just going to want to select the Fast YouTube Channel Scraper. And then for the input, you're going to come back over here to Apify and then come to JSON. So you're just going to copy and paste this JSON into your input over here on make.com. So as you can see, that's exactly what I've done here. And then you're just going to input the URLs right here for the specific channels that you want to scrape, which is coming from the previous step when we set the variables under Tools. So that's just passing in the URLs of each of the channels from here. So we're just replacing this with the URL that we're passing in from the tool over here. And that's all there is to it, right? So once that's done, we're going to go to the next step, and that's simply going to get the dataset items. So all you have to do here is drag in the dataset ID. So if we come up here and search for dataset ID, you can pass this in from the previous step, and that's getting the ID of the specific actor and the data that we want to get. And you can set the limit to be whatever amount you want. I'm just using it 100 for now. And format is going to be JSON from the previous step. So now if we just unlink this and we only run these 3 modules, I'm just going to click on run, and that will run just these 3 modules, and we'll see what the output looks like. You can see over here, I've gotten a list of YouTube videos. This particular one's from Jono. So here's one from Nick. This is an hour-long video, and it also shows, importantly here, the number of views as well. If I want to increase this to 5 or, let's say 10, then I can easily do that here within the JSON as well. So we're just going to click on save. I'm going to connect this back up again. So now, once we have the JSON, we want to actually input this or create an array out of that. So in order to do that, we're going to drop in the array aggregator module. And then from there, from the results over here, you can see the title, duration, channel name, view count, everything here within the JSON, we can pass that into the array. So I'm going to pass in the title, duration, channel name, date, URL, view count, and there's a lot of other fields we could pass in as well, but I think that's good for the purposes of this automation. And then from there, we're going to pass that into an iterator module, which is just going to step through the array one item at a time. That's all we're doing there, and we're just passing in the array that we got from the previous step with all of the details, right? Simple, simple. And then from there, we are passing it into an Airtable. So I'll show you what that looks like. I already have an Airtable created over here. It's called the YouTube Scraper, and the table's already created. Here's the fields that I'm using. First of all, we've got the creator name, that's single line text. We've got the video title, which is long text, and also the source. So in this case, it could be YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. If you want to build this out for different social media platforms, you can do that. And then in most cases, I'm just going to use YouTube, so that will be the default. And we can set that through make.com. And then we've also got the video link right here, which is a button, and you can pass in the URL. So in this case, it will just create a button, and then we can click on that button to easily view the particular video. And then we've also got duration, which is single line text, and views, which is also single line text. So we could basically just sort this based on the number of views and then create videos based on those, right? Using a custom script that's created with ChatGPT. So now if we set up this Airtable module over here, we're going to just pass in each one of the items from the previous step. So in this case, channel name, video title would be the title of the video, obviously, duration, view count, and URL. So we're just passing in each of these coming from the iterator, and that's all there is to it. So again, if I want to run just these particular modules, I can unlink it and then click on run. So that's exactly what we're going to do now. So it's running the actor, then it's going to get the dataset items, put them into an array, iterate through each one, and add them into the Airtable. So now, as you can see, the proof is in the pudding. It's adding each one of them into the Airtable. And since I set 10 in the JSON, it's actually getting 10 videos for each particular person, which is perfect. And then from there, we can easily click on the button here and then open up that particular video if we want to. And we can also sort by the number of views. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to sort this field. And now, as you can see, the top video's got 190,000 views, and it's on the 9 AI tools that will separate winners from losers in 2025. That's by Liam Otley. He has a YouTube channel with I think about 500,000 subscribers and a massive community of over 200,000 on School. So if I want to easily view that video, I could just click on the button here and it will open it up on YouTube, quick and easy. You can watch the video if you want to. So this is the #1 video that we found on any of the channels that we've listed. So that's it. So now it's put all of the data items into this Airtable over here. And now the next step is going to be passing it into a text aggregator. So there's another tool. If you just go to Add Module, go to Tools, there's a text aggregator right here. So if we scroll down, we should see the text aggregator. We're just going to drop that into the automation. And from here, I'm just passing in the title from the iterator, or you could also pass it in from Airtable as well. It's up to you. You could pass in the video title. I'm actually just going to switch this over to Airtable since we already have these. And that way we don't have to use the iterator module again. So I'm just going to pass those in. Title and number of views. That's it. That's all this step is doing. And then after that, we want to message an assistant in ChatGPT. So I'm going to come over here to ChatGPT and then message an assistant. So you'll just drop in that module, connect it up here. And what this is doing is it's actually using a custom assistant that I've set up over here. I'll show you how to build this out after going through this step. And we are issuing it the following prompt. Now, by the way, if you want this entire template from start to finish that you can just basically drop into make.com, you don't have to build out the entire thing yourself. It's available on my Gumroad and also inside my School community for $15. So you don't have to build it out yourself. You can just get the pre-made template, drop it into make.com, and you're good to go. But basically what we're doing here is we're getting the text from the text aggregator over here, which just has the title and the number of views. And it's telling it to also create a brief summary describing what the idea for the video is and the steps necessary to achieve the result. Output the data in JSON with each idea and its summary as separate items. And do not include any notations. Do not create an array. And that's pretty much all there is to it for that step, right? And I'll show you what the custom AI assistant looks like inside ChatGPT. So if you want to come over to ChatGPT, it's just platform.openai.com, and we should be able to find our assistants right here. So I have an AI assistant that I built. It's called the YouTube Idea Generator, and here's the entire prompt. So right here, act as a YouTube strategist. I want you to analyze successful videos from top creators in the travel niche. So in this case, I would actually change this now because I want to look in the AI niche. Based on their most viewed videos, especially those with high views relative to their average, so in other words, outliers on their channel, generate 10 original YouTube video ideas that have a strong chance of going viral or performing well. Each idea should include 1, a compelling title, just fixing this up a little bit. 2, a brief explanation of why it could perform well. 3, the type of content style it should follow. And 4, well, next step, prioritize ideas with strong emotional hooks, curiosity, or repeatable formats. Avoid generic titles, make them punchy and clickable. So that's the system instructions, and that's pretty much all there is to it for the AI assistant. And again, you can just click on create up here to create your own AI assistant. And you can also talk to it from within ChatGPT as well. I'm just going to delete this one real quick. So if you want to test out your assistant, you can come over here. And then you can just click on chat. That's my HeyGen assistant. Let's go down to UGen Idea Generator. And you can click on edit right here, and then you can just test it directly from within OpenAI platforms. But in this case, I'm not going to worry about that too much. We just want to message the assistant that we've created from within make.com. So that's what we're doing here. And that's all there is to it for that step. And then next, we're going to parse the JSON that is generated from the return result in ChatGPT. So all we have to do here is pass in the result, which is in JSON format. If you remember earlier, in the prompt, we're telling it to output the data in JSON format. So it's going to return JSON using this format right here. Then after that, we're going to parse the JSON by passing in the result. And then from there, we're going to create a record in Airtable once again, and that's going to be a separate table. So I've got table 1, and then I've also got ideas over here. This is where we're generating the ideas based on the videos that we've already pulled in. So in this case, I'm not focused on Thailand anymore. I'm going to delete these, and we're going to create new data in the AI niche in this table right here. And the fields for this are, first, you've got the idea, which is a single line text, description, which is long text, and video URL, which is obviously a URL. So you're going to want to select URL right here. And then the source. So once again, it's going to be either YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. We're only going to be focusing on YouTube for this, so we don't really need the other ones, but that's going to be a single select. So once again, if we come back to our automation here, you're going to see I'm just passing in the idea, which is coming from the JSON that we generated earlier, and then also the description as well. And the source is going to be YouTube. That's based on what's being returned from ChatGPT over here. So we got the idea and the description right here. And then we're parsing the JSON and then inputting that into the Airtable table. So that's all there is to it for that. And now if I'm just going to unlink this, and we're going to run this part of the automation once again. So it's running the Apify actor. It's going to get the dataset items. I think it's probably going to add additional items to here. So yeah, once again, it's basically just adding the same items over again. So we've got a bunch of duplicates in here, which we're probably going to have to clean up. But if we come back here, you can see it's now messaging the assistant and generating ideas based on those popular video topics, and input the ideas and descriptions into Airtable. So if we come back over here, you're going to see it's now created 10 topic ideas. First one is how to create passive and income stream with AI automations in 2025. And you can also see the description here as well. This video taps into the popular theme of passive income using the latest AI automation systems. I'm guessing that that's coming from the Liam Otley video that I showed you earlier. We've got another one, top 5 mistakes in AI investments, from idea to app, building your AI tool in a weekend using a platform like Lovable. That could work. The secret AI tools the experts don't want you to know about. You can see the description over here. So that's all working correctly. And we're just generating the ideas and descriptions over here in Airtable. Pretty simple. And in the next step, we're going to drop in another ChatGPT module, which is going to create a completion. So right here, we're going to search for ChatGPT and then come on down to create a completion right here. And that's going to generate a script based on each one of those topic ideas and descriptions. So all we're doing here is, well, first of all, we have to select the model. In this case, I'm using GPT 4.1. And the role is going to be user, and here's the prompt. Create a script of a social media video about the topic, and then we're passing in the idea from Airtable with the description, and then we're passing in the description from Airtable. This one's a bit long, but you can see here, the video will be organized in scenes. Each scene has a voice over an image. So we're going to remove that. That's a slight typo. Just make it a little bit easier to read. And the response must be in JSON format following this schema. You've got your scenes, the voiced over text, and the image prompt. So that's all there is to it for this step. This is basically just coming up with scenes for images. That's all there is to it for that step. And then from there, we're going to pass in the results into an array. So that's the result for each one of the video ideas that we've created. And that's all we're doing here. And that's just coming directly from the ChatGPT response. And then we're iterating over each one of those results. And now here comes the fun part, JSON to video. So what this module is able to do is generate, short form content, could be YouTube Shorts, could be video reels for Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And it's generating the videos, in vertical mode. And in this case, I'm using the social media reel. This one here, that's the tool that we're using, the advanced tool. And then for the prompt, this is the image prompt. We're passing in the idea from Airtable. And for the voiceover text, we're passing in the result, which is coming from ChatGPT. So that's the scene and the voiceover text. So that's all we're doing here. And then voice model, this one's free to use. If you want to upgrade to JSON Video Pro, you can get access to better voice models. Or in this case, I could actually use 11 Labs because I have an 11 Labs account with a professional voice clone in there. So I could actually do that in this particular case. But for the purposes of this example, we're just going to use Azure, which is free to use. And you can put in your voice ID right here. So if you want to see what those look like, you can just click on the link and it will open up the JSON to video website. This is, I would say, probably one of the best modules for Make.com for just generating AI videos. There's also HeyGen, which I've made full tutorials about on my YouTube channel as well. You're welcome to check those out. Those are at an even higher level than JSON to video. This one is basically just images with text on top of it. So you can't really use it to create AI avatar videos like you can with HeyGen, but it's still pretty powerful and works quite well. And then again, if you want to use 11 Labs, they also have that, looks like probably built into JSON to video. And you can also test to hear what the voices sound like as well. But Azure is completely free to use, so I'm just going to use that. And then for the image model, you can either use FreePix or Flux Pro. It's up to you. This one, again, is free to use, so I'm just going to use the free one. And then obviously for the short form, for the YouTube Shorts, we're going to put them in vertical mode. And subtitles model, you can also set that as well. I'm just going to use the default. And that's pretty much all there is to it for this step. Next, we're going to wait for the movie to render. So this is just going to wait. That's what the module does. And then you can pass in the project ID from over here. So that's the project ID of the video that we've just finished creating. So all that's going to do is get the URL basically of the video, and then we can add that into Airtable. So all we're doing here is we're updating the record and we're passing in the, this is the wrong Airtable. Sorry, it's actually this one over here. We're passing in the video URL right here. So that's going to basically provide the URL, and then we can download that URL. So we're going to download the video, I should say, from that URL. And in order to do that, we're passing in the ID of Airtable. That's the specific ID that we're working on. And we're also going to pass in the video URL right here, which is coming from the previous step. So right here, URL to the generated video. And that's just the URL of the video that we've already created, right? And then here we can also, we don't have to update the source because we've already added it as YouTube in this step back here. So when we're actually creating the record, we're passing in the source right here. So we don't have to do that again. And then from there, all we're doing is we're getting the video URL, which we've already passed into Airtable. And then we're downloading that video using the HTTP request module. So that's the HTTP request, and then we're just getting a file. So that's just downloading the file. And that's all there is to it for that step. And then last but not least, we are then uploading the finished video to our YouTube channel. So in this case, I actually want to post that on my new channel where you're watching this right now. I've got 2 YouTube channels, Mike Abroad and AI Automation Station. This is the latest one, and it's growing pretty fast, so definitely encouraging. And then we're going to pass in the title right here from Airtable for the title of the video. And then for the file, it's just going to be the get a file that we got in the previous step. And here I'm actually going to set the category to how to and style. Here you can either leave it unlisted or just make it public right away. For purposes of time, I'm just going to make it public right away. And then the description is simply going to be the description that we've already gotten, which is an Airtable. We're going to pass that in for the description. And this video, you can actually turn on that it's AI generated. I would recommend that because YouTube is starting to crack down on some of this stuff. So yeah, just to, cover all your bases, make sure that you say that it's AI generated. And that's all there is to it. I know that was long. It's probably at least 12 modules. Again, if you want the entire template, it's available on my Gumroad and also inside my school community if you want to check those out. And now, for the moment of truth, we're just going to run this. So I'm going to run the entire script. Here it is. It's running the actor. That takes a couple seconds. Then it's going to get the dataset items, put it into an array, iterate through each one of them, put them into Airtable. So that's exactly what it's doing now, as you can see in real time. And then once it's finished with that, you can see it's just adding all of them. You can see them all being added over here in make.com. Then it's going to run the text aggregator and then generate ideas based on each one of those video topics. So this sometimes takes a little while, but shouldn't take longer than about a minute. Obviously, it's going to depend on how many video topics you're passing in. But yeah, this is just going to run. Now it's parsing the JSON, adding them into the ideas table over here. At least it should be anyway. And then it's going to run through each one of those. Doesn't seem to have actually added all of them in over here for some reason. But as you can see, it's now generating the video using JSON to video. And it's waiting for it to render, and then it's going to automatically post it to my YouTube channel once it's finished. So we'll see if this actually works. I haven't tested this for a while. I'm going to come over to my YouTube channel and see if it's uploading it as a YouTube short. And unfortunately, it looks like we did encounter an error. It says that I've exceeded the quota of time on my plan. So JSON to video is actually asking me to upgrade to the paid plan now, unfortunately. So it wasn't actually able to generate the video. But I could use a previously generated video and download it and then upload that to my YouTube channel just to show you what it looks like. So I've already got a video over here. If I click on play inside JSON to video, you'll see what it looks like. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It could be better. It's just an image. It doesn't include video. But if I want to get that URL, there should be a way to get the URL. I can just show you here. So I'm going to open this. And we can pass that in and then just run those modules. So I'm going to pass that in and hard code it over here just to show you what this looks like. And now we're going to run this. So that's going to download the file, and that's how it works. So if you're looking to automate your entire video content creation process, this is a really, really good way to do it. I'm trying to figure out if there's a better tool than JSON to video. You could use something like HeyGen, which would actually be even better for generating these types of videos using your AI avatar clone. So if you don't want to use JSON to video, you could just use HeyGen instead, which is actually a really good idea. So you can just create the videos using HeyGen instead of JSON to video, and then you can just use your talking AI avatar clone, which I've showed how to make in other tutorials. So you're welcome to check those out. And then it would simply just be a matter of connecting up your HeyGen account and basically doing the same thing as you would for JSON to video, only you would be using your avatar instead. So in this case, I already have an AI avatar clone of myself in HeyGen. And if I want to create a YouTube short from that, I can select the avatar over here. So I'm just going to use my mic clone right here. And then we can set the style, and you can also set the voice type here too. It's going to pull in the voice. Now I need to select the voice ID. That's going to be, it's called Mike, the professional voice clone. And then input text is going to be the content that you have over here. So that would be coming, that's basically the script that we've already generated. JSON to video. I don't know where here's the script. So that's basically what we need. Although it needs to be fixed up a little bit because it's not quite right. And then voice emotion, you can set excited, background type, which is going to use the built-in background. And then the title is just going to come once again from Airtable. So that would be, let's see, idea. So we can pass in the idea. That's the title of the video. Test mode off, captions on. I would recommend turning captions on. And then here you're actually going to want to set, so it would be like, 720 by 1280 instead, because it's going to be a vertical video. So you can set that there. I think JSON to video has, so that would be, I don't know what the vertical dimensions would be off the top of my head, but you could basically do that. And then that will generate an AI avatar video, which you can then put up as a YouTube short, for example. Instead of using JSON to video, you can just use HeyGen instead. And again, I already have full video tutorials on this YouTube channel showing how to build out an AI avatar clone of yourself. But in this case, I've just been showing you how to create popular topic video ideas and then create the content using JSON to video and automatically upload them to YouTube with the script from ChatGPT. So hopefully you found this video helpful. It's getting a little bit long now, so I think I'm going to wrap it up. But with that being said, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And once again, go ahead, check out my free school community for lots more helpful resources. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Signing off.